Get down, get down.
Is it tough, kind of, at events, making the difference between like your mom and your crewmate?
Yeah, the moment I realized that she was really serious about it, she had been breaking for about 6 months, and on my birthday, there's always a state fair that goes on in New Mexico, and so on my birthday, there was an actual battle that was going on the state fair grounds. And so we were going to it, and I was getting ready to battle and all that. And I battled, and I come back off. And then I'm watching her, and she's like circling the floor, and I'm like, what the heck is she doing? And then all of a sudden they're like, all right, we need MK to the floor. And she just goes out there, and I was like, whoa, what? Like, she totally surprised me for my birthday, battling on that day.
Breaking, I always thought all of those things were crazy awesome, and I still am in awe of most of the people that do it. So it's always been something for me that I've always wanted to do, never thought I could do.
We'll be at home and she'll just be like, oh, well, maybe we can try this for the routine. And just randomly, like, she'll be cooking or something and she'll be dancing, and she'll be like, oh, what about if we like try this for a routine? I'm like, oh yeah, that would be cool, but what if I like spun and did this, da 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 da? And then we'll just start going off on this whole random tangent about the routines and like stuff like that. So I feel like it definitely bonds us together.
The traveling of breaking has really brought us all close, and it's fun, and we get closer. We talk about all kinds of different subjects that'll come up in the car, and like an 8-hour drive turns into like 4 hours because we talk so much about everything.
So in Arizona, I was going out with my crew to battle, but it was weird for me because I was like, she's always there like behind me and telling me what to do and what moves I have next and stuff like that. And so it's very hard for me to distinguish crew versus my mom, because they're like one and the same at almost every battle. Sometimes I'm just like, I just want a mom. Like, I just want a mom that's there, and it's like, oh, you did so good. Oh, you killed that round. You know, even if I fell, I just want that cheerleader mom behind me. But you know, she's just not that type of mom, and I've learned to adapt to that and like be okay with that. You know, like, and now I expect that from her.
I have a little tiny story. When he gets a call out, I'm like, I'm B-girl, go get him. And then I'm like, oh my God, my son, you know? So it's like, it's such a hard balance because as the B-girl, I want him to go kill them. And then as the mom, I'm like, oh, my poor baby, you know, or whatever. I don't really have the poor baby thing, but I'm just like more like, oh my God, you know? So I think I find that really hard.
We were battling at an event in 2016. And we had been practicing for this event this whole time, and we were trying to figure out this one stunt where like I would put my hands on her head and like push up and land on her shoulders with my feet and stand up. And every day I couldn't get it, so I would like kick her, or I would like scrape my foot down her shoulder, and like she had bruises, and like it was bad. Like, I felt so bad, and we did it in the event, and it went off because she put aside her pain.
Breaking has helped shape my kid in the way that he has learned almost every lesson of life. It has not everything has to do with dancing or breaking. What he's learned is also being able to take him into his adulthood and transformed him into a really great human being. He makes me a better human being. And I never realized before, because as a mom, you're always, I'm the mom, I'm gonna tell you what to do, you know, that finger. And with my son, I finally realized that we're pretty much just all human beings, right? We're human beings trying to figure it out for our whole lives. It doesn't matter how old you are. And so he has stuff to offer me.
Like, I want to see what happens if I don't give up on what I want to do and like how I want to do things, and the message that I'm trying to push forward for the new community or the youth that are under me. I just feel like that is what we need in this culture, in this community, is the kids to really learn that leadership, because we're going to be like the head of the community one day in the future.
Nightmare, you cannot take Nightmare out of him. We call him Nightmare. We hardly call him by his real name because he doesn't answer to it. And he is very focused in the things that he does and the way that he believes, and I believe that's because of Break. It gave him the freedom to be his own human being.
Mom, shout out to you, because you're holding it down for the whole older B-girl community, and it's an honor for me. I'm so proud of you all the time. Every time you battle, every time you practice, every time you cypher, you put that all aside to go out there and dance and show who you are and show what you do. And don't forget me when you make it to Rebel BC1.